The story begins with a shocking revelation on Oak Island. Rick Lagina has uncovered a hidden discovery that had been made years ago by the late Dan Blankenship, a secret so powerful that it could change everything known about the island. This discovery had been buried in secrecy for decades, known only to a few. Now, however, Rick revealed it, and the reaction from his brother Marty was far from pleased. While Rick approached the matter with curiosity, Marty's frustration was obvious. He had always believed that some secrets should remain protected until the right moment, but Rick's revelation had opened a door that no one could close again. The discovery was no ordinary finding. It was connected to hidden tunnels, ancient clues, and possibly even a larger network of mysteries that spanned centuries. The initial signs came during an excavation where the team noticed traces of gold embedded in the wood deep beneath the ground. Gold at such depth was not random. It was an indication that something significant was buried nearby. The discovery sparked immediate attention, not in anger, but in wonder. Rick's expression showed a mix of excitement and thoughtful curiosity. It was clear that this finding connected to a larger historical narrative of Oak Island, perhaps pointing to clues left behind by earlier explorers or even by Dan Blankenship himself. The team pressed forward, carefully examining the area for further signs of what might lie hidden. Their work revealed astonishing things. Human bones were discovered in a specific location, and DNA testing revealed that they were linked to both European and Middle Eastern ancestry. This suggested that people from different civilizations had reached Oak Island hundreds of years ago. The implications were staggering. Who were these people? Why did they come to this small island off the coast of Nova Scotia? And what had they left behind? The regular floods that frequently interrupted the excavation appeared again, but this time they seemed more deliberate, as if an unseen force was preventing access to certain areas. The situation quickly became more than just a treasure hunt. It was becoming a race to uncover the truth before history could hide it again. In the midst of the excavation, the team discovered a map that had never been noticed before. This map highlighted a part of the island that had remained largely unexplored. Rick and Marty were stunned. If the map was authentic, it could lead them to a breakthrough that had eluded explorers for centuries. Yet, questions arose immediately. Why had the map been hidden? Was it left as a guide by someone who had discovered these secrets before? Or was it concealed out of fear? This discovery intensified the tension within the team. Marty, known for his impatience and determination, wanted to proceed quickly, believing that any delay could result in missed opportunities. Rick, on the other hand, insisted on careful analysis, knowing that rushing into excavation could cause irreversible damage. As they debated, the weather shifted dramatically. A sudden storm forced them to pause work. Interestingly, a similar storm had halted excavation many years prior, during Dan Blankenship's earlier attempts. The team wondered whether history was repeating itself or whether it was merely a coincidence. Despite the interruption, they used sonar scans to examine underground formations. The images revealed shapes that were unnaturally straight and symmetrical, suggesting deliberate human construction rather than natural formations. When a camera was lowered into these areas, the footage left Marty speechless. The structures and formations indicated intelligence, planning, and effort. This was not the result of random soil and stone. Someone had built these tunnels and chambers with precision. Further exploration uncovered a large cavity beneath the surface, a space clearly dug with intention. The walls were stacked and shaped in a way that left no doubt about human construction. Inside the cavity, the team found old documents, fragments of gold, and a sealed vault. These discoveries pointed to one undeniable conclusion. Someone had been here before and had hidden something of value. The implications were profound. Had Dan Blankenship himself uncovered parts of this structure and chosen to keep it secret? Marty's unease grew. Were they chasing a story that had already been partially solved decades ago? As more evidence surfaced, including iron locks, ancient pottery, and construction remnants, the team realized that Oak Island's secrets were far deeper and more complex than anyone had imagined. The sonar scans soon revealed an intricate maze of tunnels stretching far beyond the reach of cameras and machinery. These tunnels suggested a network designed to hide, protect, or perhaps even transport valuable items. Marty began to consider the possibility that Dan Blankenship had known the truth all along, but had withheld it for reasons that were never explained. This realization shifted the team's mission from treasure hunting to uncovering the truth that had been hidden for generations. Each new excavation brought them closer to understanding the purpose and origin of these structures. At a critical depth, the drilling equipment suddenly struck a solid object. Sensors went off, alarms flashed, and the team realized they had encountered something unmistakably human-made. This wasn't a layer of stone or compacted soil. It was a wall, a structure deliberately placed underground. Excitement and tension filled the air simultaneously. Marty's heart raced. This was the tangible evidence they had been seeking, the physical manifestation of centuries of secrecy. Rick examined the sonar images carefully. The curved walls, stacked stones, and precise angles confirmed that they were dealing with a man-made structure designed for a purpose that remained a mystery. The team immediately called in radar scans to see further below. The results were astonishing. A massive rectangular structure buried with perfectly straight lines and precise corners, clearly crafted by human hands. It was a discovery that dwarfed anything previously found on Oak Island. Rick and Marty now faced a critical question. Had Dan Blankenship already been here? And had he uncovered some of this before keeping it hidden? The implications of such a revelation were staggering. For Rick, uncovering this structure felt like completing a story that had been centuries in the making. For Marty, it raised questions about what had been known and what had been deliberately withheld. The team established a new drilling site to explore the rectangular structure further. This time, the machinery was more powerful and the excavation area was broader. Every step was taken with care, as the goal was no longer simply to reach treasure, but to uncover the truth behind generations of secrecy. As the drill descended deeper, an uneasy silence fell over the team. The monitor revealed a hollow space at a depth of 153 feet. They struck wood and metal, clear indications that the space had been constructed and used by humans. The discovery was both thrilling and intimidating. It confirmed that Oak Island's mysteries were far from solved, and that the historical secrets buried beneath the surface were more complex than anyone had imagined. As the camera explored deeper into the hollow space, unusual formations became visible. Bolts and wooden supports suggested construction, while clusters of rocks appeared intentionally placed. Then, a half-buried wooden box emerged on the monitor. Though blurry, it was clear that this object was not ordinary. It had been placed intentionally and held something important. Rick recognized the significance immediately. The island was revealing itself slowly, and each discovery brought them closer to understanding the true history hidden beneath the surface. Marty remained cautious, insisting on further testing to confirm the findings. Yet the excitement was palpable. Centuries of secrecy were slowly being unveiled. During this period, Gary Drayton explored Lot 5 using a metal detector. His device began signaling repeatedly, and he uncovered a series of ancient coins. The coins were not randomly scattered. Their deliberate placements suggested a message or trail left by someone who had hidden treasure long ago. The coin's origins sparked further speculation. Some hinted at Roman connections, others at early European civilizations, and several carried symbols that might link them to the mysterious Knights Templar. Each artifact raised new questions, even as it provided answers. What these coins revealed was clear. Oak Island had been a site of significant human activity far earlier than previously documented. The team's findings continued to accumulate. Iron nails, metal fittings, and wooden hinges were uncovered, all crafted with precision, showing the existence of constructed sites, not natural formations. One heavy hand-forged iron nail, estimated to date back to the 1600s, suggested connections to early explorers such as Sir William Phipps. If this theory held true, the entire history of Oak Island would need re-evaluation. Marty remained skeptical. Physical artifacts were not enough. He demanded proof of the broader implications. Rick, meanwhile, carefully documented everything, slowly piecing together the story Dan Blankenship might have known, but chose not to disclose. With each discovery, the narrative of Oak Island shifted from legend to historical reality. The team realized that this was no longer merely a search for treasure. It was an excavation into history, human ingenuity, and possibly a secret society guarding something monumental. Questions of ownership, purpose, and origin became central. Marty's focus turned to uncovering hard evidence that would settle lingering doubts, while Rick's role became one of connecting historical clues to the newly uncovered physical evidence. Together, they advanced carefully, aware that one wrong move could damage centuries of history. The camera captured every moment as the team documented bolts, wooden beams, and unusual formations. At a pivotal point, a wooden box was revealed, signaling that they were approaching the core of the mystery. Rick and Marty realized that their mission had evolved. This was no longer just treasure hunting. It was a search for truth, the unearthing of Dan Blankenship's long-held secrets and possibly answers to the greatest mystery Oak Island had ever held. The wooden box could hold the key, and its careful extraction became a matter of precision, patience, and respect for the history beneath their feet. Gradually, as the excavation continued, the team uncovered more artifacts. Coins with unusual symbols, wooden structures, and metal fittings, all indicating that the island had been deliberately manipulated centuries ago. Analysis of these objects revealed connections to multiple civilizations and hinted at historical networks that spanned continents. Some coins were copper and silver. Others featured stylized European figures, and a few carried symbols reminiscent of the Templars. Each discovery added another layer to the puzzle, confirming that Oak Island was far more than a simple treasure site. The narrative grew even more complex when sonar scans revealed additional tunnels extending beyond the previously explored areas. These tunnels indicated careful planning and deliberate construction, suggesting a level of sophistication far beyond what had been assumed. Marty began to confront the reality that Dan Blankenship might have known the full extent of Oak Island's secrets and had chosen to protect them for reasons that remain unknown. This realization created tension between the need for careful exploration and the urgency to uncover the truth. With every new excavation, the team uncovered additional wooden beams, metal supports, and fragments of documents. Each piece told a story of human effort, secrecy, and deliberate construction. The combination of coins, wooden structures, and metal artifacts painted a picture of an island meticulously prepared to guard its secrets. Rick recognized the significance immediately. They were finally uncovering a history that had been carefully hidden for centuries. Marty, though still cautious, began to appreciate the magnitude of what they were discovering. At the depth of Aladdin's cave, further evidence of human construction became apparent. Bolts, supports, and the hollowed wooden structures suggested a sophisticated understanding of engineering and preservation. The camera captured every detail, providing clear evidence of deliberate construction and historical significance. Each find reinforced the growing realization: Oak Island was not simply a treasure site, but a carefully crafted repository of history. The team continued to uncover evidence over several days, including ancient coins, hand-forged nails, and wood dating back centuries. The presence of gold particles in underground water confirmed that valuable materials were indeed buried beneath the surface. Experts, including archaeologists and metallurgists, confirmed the significance of these findings. The team had finally transitioned from speculation to scientific confirmation. Every new artifact, every hidden tunnel, and every discovery brought the team closer to understanding the true scale of Oak Island's secrets. Rick reflected on the meticulous planning and knowledge required to construct such a network centuries ago. Marty, though initially skeptical, began to see the importance of piecing together the historical narrative, not just focusing on material treasure. Together, they continued their methodical excavation, uncovering artifacts and structures that reinforced the historical significance of the site. The discovery of the wooden box and subsequent excavation of Aladdin's cave revealed the depth and complexity of Oak Island's secrets. Bolts, wooden structures, and coins all suggested deliberate construction by past civilizations or secret societies. The team understood that the island's mysteries were far deeper than anticipated, and that uncovering them required patience, precision, and historical knowledge. Rick and Marty worked in tandem, balancing curiosity and caution as they advanced further into the unknown. With each passing day, the island revealed more clues. The evidence suggested that Oak Island had been used by multiple civilizations, from Europeans to Middle Eastern travelers, and possibly even secret societies with historical significance. The presence of coins, iron nails, wooden structures, and metal fittings reinforced the notion that the island had been deliberately prepared to hide and protect valuable items. Every discovery confirmed that Oak Island's mystery was far more intricate than previously imagined, with layers of history carefully concealed over centuries. Rick often reflected on Dan Blankenship's role in preserving the island's secrets. It became clear that Blankenship had likely known the existence of these tunnels, coins, and hidden chambers, but had chosen to protect them until the right time. The team now faced the responsibility of uncovering these secrets while respecting the history and intent behind their concealment. Each artifact was a link to the past, providing insight into the efforts, knowledge, and intentions of those who had created Oak Island's hidden world. The excavation's progress was steady yet cautious. Every drill, camera, and scan was used to gather information while preserving the integrity of the underground structures. The team meticulously documented each artifact, from coins to wooden supports, understanding that these items were critical to piecing together Oak Island's historical narrative. Experts analyzed samples, confirmed dating, and provided context, allowing the team to build a coherent picture of the island's past and its significance. Even as discoveries continued, Rick emphasized the importance of patience and respect. Oak Island had guarded its secrets for centuries, and the team understood that rushing could result in damage or missed opportunities. Marty's determination pushed them forward, but Rick's careful approach ensured that every find was documented and analyzed thoroughly. Together, they advanced, uncovering artifacts, tunnels, and evidence of human construction, gradually revealing the true story of Oak Island. The combination of coins, metal artifacts, wooden structures, and historical documents provided a comprehensive view of the island's complexity. The team realized that Oak Island was not simply a site for treasure, but a carefully prepared repository of historical significance, possibly connected to secret societies and multiple civilizations. Each discovery added depth and context, reinforcing the idea that the island's mysteries were centuries in the making and required careful, methodical exploration to understand. The revelation of Dan Blankenship's hidden discoveries marked a turning point. The team was no longer chasing legends or speculation. They were uncovering verified historical evidence. The discovery of coins, wooden structures, iron fittings, and tunnels provided clear proof that Oak Island had been a site of deliberate construction, planning, and concealment. Every find brought the team closer to understanding the motivations, methods, and historical context of those who had created these hidden spaces. The excavation of Aladdin's cave and surrounding tunnels revealed a network that could have been used to protect valuable items or secrets over centuries. The presence of gold particles in underground water, along with historical artifacts, suggested that Oak Island had long been a site of interest for explorers and secretive groups. Rick and Marty continued their methodical exploration, documenting every discovery and analyzing the connections between artifacts, tunnels, and historical records. As more evidence emerged, the team began to piece together the history of Oak Island. Coins with unusual markings, wooden structures, and metal fittings indicated deliberate planning and construction. The presence of tunnels, cavities, and chambers suggested that the island had been used strategically to conceal valuable materials or historical evidence. Rick reflected on the meticulous engineering, planning, and foresight required to create such a site, recognizing the importance of careful exploration and documentation. The team continued to uncover significant artifacts and structures, including wooden boxes, coins, iron nails, and metal fittings. Each discovery provided insight into the historical and cultural context of Oak Island. Experts confirmed the dating of artifacts, linked coins to multiple civilizations, and analyzed the construction methods used in tunnels and chambers. Rick and Marty worked together to ensure that every find was documented, preserved, and interpreted accurately, gradually revealing the island's long-held secrets. By combining sonar scans, drilling, and careful excavation, the team uncovered a series of interconnected tunnels and chambers. The deliberate construction of these spaces indicated planning, purpose, and historical knowledge. The presence of coins, wooden structures, and iron artifacts confirmed human activity dating back centuries. The discovery of Aladdin's cave in particular highlighted the complexity of Oak Island's hidden world, providing a focal point for ongoing research and excavation. The combination of historical artifacts, structural evidence, and geological analysis allowed the team to reconstruct aspects of Oak Island's past. Coins, metal fittings, wooden structures, and hidden chambers revealed a site carefully engineered to conceal valuable items or secrets. Rick emphasized the importance of understanding the historical context, noting that Oak Island's mysteries were layered and interconnected. Marty, initially focused on tangible treasure, gradually recognized the significance of historical preservation and careful analysis. The ongoing excavation provided further evidence of intentional construction, with tunnels, chambers, and wooden supports indicating sophisticated engineering. Coins with symbols and markings suggested connections to multiple civilizations and possibly secret societies. The team continued to uncover artifacts, document findings, and analyze historical records, gradually building a comprehensive understanding of Oak Island's history. Rick and Marty worked together to ensure that every discovery was preserved, interpreted, and contextualized, highlighting the significance of careful exploration and historical investigation. As the excavation pushed forward, every new scan and drill brought a growing sense of anticipation. The tunnels revealed under Oak Island were not random. They appeared as if someone had carefully planned every corner, every passage, every cavity. The curved walls, the wooden supports, and the metal fittings indicated expertise in engineering even centuries ago. The team began to realize that Oak Island was not just a site for treasure hunters, but a carefully designed labyrinth constructed to protect something of immense value. The excitement was palpable, yet so was the sense